real quick update on the hydro, and then I want to take you outside because there's more happening out there than there is in here. These are the two buckets that I had below, and I raised them up onto top of shelf here and built a light stand so I have more room. I raised the light all the way up just for the purposes of the video. Normally they're down as close to the plants as I can get them. But the tomato plant, as you can see, looks a little sparse, and that's because I have some darn thing on the leaves. And if I can zoom in on this one, that's what's been happening. They've been just kind of drying up on me. But it's basically the same problem I had on my other tomatoes, the ones that I transferred outside. So whatever it is, they apparently must have gotten it in here somewhere, but it's a mystery to me. Anyway, the pepper plant is doing well. It's grown quite a bit, and it actually had some little flowers formed, even though it's so teeny, which I cut them off because I'd rather have the plant grow than put out flowers right at this point in time. And this one that has been going for some time continues to produce. I did cut back those two black-seeded Simpsons, and that caused the red sales lettuce to fill out nicely, although it's still not very red. And then the two Butter Crunch bibs are doing well, and the parsley back there is coming back. It was kind of smothered out because of the black-seeded Simpson, but it's coming back a little bit now. And the basil just continues to go and go and go. It grows up into the lights, and then I cut it back, and it grows up into the lights again, and we hang it up to dry and use it fresh. It's just been really producing a lot of nice basil for us. But basically that's what's going on in the hydro. And again, my main concentration now is on the outside garden, so let's go out and take a look at that. It's a rare, nice sunny day here today in the Pacific Northwest, and there's quite a bit of growth going on in the garden. I had to move my scarecrow sprinkler over to this side because the potatoes over there had been growing so tall that they were blocking the sensor, and a deer could have gone right up to them and started eating on them, and it wouldn't have even known about it. But I'll take you through it quick and show you what's been happening. The tomatoes are doing very well. They came back nicely. I'm starting to get some flowers on them now. Nothing, no flowers have flowered, but plenty of little buds in there. And I added the stakes because some of them were starting to lean over a bit and needed some support. The peppers are still kind of a disappointment. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go with them before I give up, and they're still seasoned enough to plant something else and get some crops. I'm still thinking on that one. But the tomatoes, I'll show you these three, those two, and that one are the Buckbee's New, and right next to it the two are the black cherry tomato, and all 5 of those were given to me, or seeds were given to me by Dale Calder. So that's my Dale Calder corner. And this oregano plant has done quite well. It's really grown. I haven't harvested anything off it yet, but I probably could. The lettuces are all doing very nicely, and just look at the marvelous coloring on this one here. That's one of the if I can remember how to say it properly, Forellenschloss's Butterhead. I may be murdering that name, but you get the idea. And the middle ones, the reddish ones there, are what's called Grandpa's Butterhead. And radishes, that's my third crop of radishes. I picked a few of those. Those are French breakfast, my favorites. Carrots are doing well. They're growing nicely. I've been thinning them out. I think I got them about as thinned out as I'm going to. We'll let them grow a little further, and I may pick one or two here and there just to make sure they're not too overcrowded. and that's those three there are kale, or four, I'm sorry, there's four of them. And my basil out here is not doing all that great, especially when you compare it to my basil inside. But my beets are doing well. The red ones are bull's blood, and these in the front are golden beets, and the bigger ones over here are ruby queen. Onions are doing very good. I've been thinning them out and using the thin outs for as green onions, and the garlic just continues to amaze me. In fact, let me see if I can set the camera down and walk over there to give you a little perspective on how big those things have gotten. This side here, from here over, are hardneck red chestnut, and from here over are the soft neck, the Susanville. And as you can see, they're probably 4 feet, at least 4 feet off the ground. Doing just remarkably well. I can hardly wait to see. I hope I have as good below ground as I do above. And around this side, the only thing I have going here yet are the shallots, and I think they're doing quite well. This is the first year I've grown them, but they're behaving just like they say they will. They're starting to fall over, and basically like onions, when they fall over and dry up, then you can dig them up and dry them out and use them. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And my remarkable potatoes, I can't even get it all in the picture anymore without backing way up. They're easily taller than the garlic was. In fact, let me put the camera down again and get you some perspective on that. Let's see how they're doing. No flowers. Not a flower to be seen, which I'm not surprised, because last year my potatoes didn't flower either, so maybe they just don't flower in this area. Who knows? We'll find out. And these tomatoes are doing well. These are my Oregon Springs. I lost my ones I was really excited to grow as the Stupus, and I lost all of them to the early whatever it was. So these are my second best hope. And these peppers aren't doing as well as I would like. In fact, this one just last night got attacked by something. I believe it was a slug, because you can see the trail of slime there. I don't see the slug, but it looks like a whole branch was torn off of this spot right here. And it looks like it was just ripped off or something, but the whole thing is just dying off. In fact, I may give up on all these peppers, and I don't know if I'm going to get enough season to get anything out of them, and I may replace them with some kind of a cold weather thing, like cauliflower. The only reason I keep saying that is because I happen to have cauliflower seeds, so I don't have to buy anything. Okay, well, that's it for now. I appreciate your watching, and I will see you next time. Walking back to the house, I came across this monster. If this is the guy that got into my peppers, I can see why they're so devastated. Let me put my hand down so you can see a comparison. That is the biggest slug I've ever seen. He's trying to make himself small so that the predator that just touched me won't get him. But it's not going to work. I'm going to scoop him up, and he's going to be thrown out into the forest area where he can munch away all his heart's content.